Greetings, unicorns and peronis, and wow. You know, school has really done it for me. It has really put me out. You know, once school hits, inactivity in YouTube just wow. I will not stall for long, but I do have a few things to say before we start this drawing video, as you can tell from the title. The first thing I would like to say is an update about the animated episode of LPS Ninjago I.N.S.A.N.E. So, this will be getting held back in the next episode. We're just going to have to turn into LPS whenever PrettyKitty589 visits my house again. The reason for this is because we do not have an animating program or an editing program just yet, and school is really kicking our butts, so that'll have to happen later. I apologize. What I would also like to say is, oh my gosh, please do go check out my friend PrettyKitty589, I forgot what it is, but I'll link it in the description. She is such a sweetheart. She's so helpful. She's helping me with the animated version, and she's helping me with the normal version as well, and I just really appreciate her. You guys should give her some love. I believe, last but not least, I would like to show some fan art that a friend that knew me in reality made. She moved, but she wanted me to show these because, it's not fan art as in she drew any of my characters. It's fan art as in she was inspired by the way that I drew when I was around her. And let me just show you guys these awesome pieces of artwork real quick. Here's the first one. I can't quite read that, and I don't think you guys can either. I don't know cursive, so Here's the second one, a bit of a better image. It's not as blurry. Here's the third one. I favor this one the most. It's adorable. And here's another one, because my friend has an obsession with bagels. But I don't blame her. I love bagels too. So in this episode, we will be drawing Mikasa from LPS Ninjago I.N.S.A.N.E, or as some people call her, Mikashu. By the way, I'm wearing Maxine's goggles. Speaking of Maxine, we drew him. By the way, his first name is Matthew. This line art's done by my boy, and coloring is done by moi. Maxine is not wearing his goggles in this picture because it doesn't work that way. But yeah, let's get started on drawing Mikasa. Dang it, I dropped it. We'll be drawing her in both a cartoon style and in this style. While we draw her, let's give some information about her. So Mikasa is obviously a friend of Maxine's, as anybody could tell by the previous episodes where we recorded with him. Although I think the only episode that really introduced Matthew Maxine was, I think, one of the recent ones. So Mikasa, who was used to be, before going insane, I think her name was, Misaka? I don't know, it's one of those Ninjago characters. Oh, Misako. Her name used to be Misako. If you guys know that Ninjago character, you know who I'm talking about. If not, get out of the hole. Go watch some Ninjago right now. If you haven't watched Ninjago, none of this is going to make sense to you at all. After turning insane by some unknown force, I forgot what it was, she decided to start running her own little shop where she sold stuff for whenever a person was killed and the body needed to be hidden. Her shop, nobody mentioned this, I didn't mention it in the thing, but it is called, her shop is called Hideware. I never mentioned this in the episode, but hey, now I mentioned it this time. She decided to leave her job after the ninja approached her to try to conceal Lloyd's body after they had turned him insane, and they thought they had killed him, but they didn't. She decided to join this group because it was kind of lonely where she was. She never liked it, and she just needed some friends. She was hoping that they would like her, and they actually immediately liked her, despite the fact that they seemed to not like her. They actually count her in as family. Mikasa, let me think more about her. Mikasa is a very sarcastic sass master. She just likes to be really sassy and make people feel bad for their wrongdoings. I'm not sure if the episode has come out. It was one of the first ones of season 2. Whenever Kayad drove their car off a cliff, she decided to bring up the fact again that he had messed up and they were now walking on foot. Even though she acted kind of clueless to what she just said, she knew what she said, and she meant it. Despite her evil nature, she can be a sweetheart whenever she wants to. Um, so they think she's mean, but honestly, she doesn't always have to be. She just likes to hang out, likes to be friends, play games, just family time. That's the most important thing to her, is being family. Let's talk about her relationship with Matthew Maxine. So these two, they've been friends for as long as they can remember. She met Matthew, I think, whenever she moved into Ninjago. And I don't know, she just immediately, they took a liking to one another. They hung out a lot. And since they lived in a snowy area, they would just gather around by a fire, drink cocoa. Sounds like a good time. And then Matthew, yeah, that's his name. He suddenly disappeared, and she didn't know how. She had looked for him for a while and ended up finding herself in Ninjago City looking for him, and he was just nowhere to be found. So she just gave up on the chase for him and lived alone for quite a while before moving in with Sensei Wu, one of her former friends, and just living there for a while. She could not cope with the disappearance of Maxine, although, and sooner or later moved out from Sensei Wu's dojo, and she found herself in the town of Insanity after days of roaming. I do not quite know who turned her insane. I'm still working on how she was turned insane, but all I know is that she's a maniac. She couldn't exactly leave Insanity after she had came, because almost immediately once she stepped foot in, she was turned insane, and everybody who is insane is wanted in Ninjago. Oh, joy, happy day, so she had to stay there. The ninja, of course, approached her within her 5th or so week of living there. Just trying to hide a body, no big deal. She decided to join them because she was lonely ever since the disappearance of her friend Maxine. It was a shocker whenever Maxine came up to visit her after they visited the house, because she thought he was dead, but to her surprise, he wasn't, and their friendship continued on from there. Whenever she went downstairs, although the ninja were gone because of a couple kids they had captured that had escaped, those pesky rats. She doesn't know where they went. I will tell you guys later on what happens in the series, because I'm not going to spoil that. You know me. Whilst the ninja were gone, her and Maxine they tried to catch up with one another's They just tried to catch up with one another, talking about how life has been treating them, just normal friend stuff. When you haven't seen a friend in a while, you just gotta talk about what's happened, update them on your life, Maxine, or Matthew, actually kind of forgot that Tazy was in the house with him, because, she wasn't supposed to be there, but she still intruded. As you could tell from the episode, Zanuzo caught her. So, Tazy was looking for him because she didn't know that they were upstairs, and, I think she's gonna find him. Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. Seeing her friend again really brought Mikasa's spirits up. She was kind of, always sad, which is why she's so sarcastic and mean, because she's just upset. She missed her friend. So seeing Maxine again really just boosted her mood. She's no longer negative. She will, I don't know, she'll probably, I don't know, we'll see more of her in other episodes, I can tell, because I don't really show her on camera too much, I don't think. I don't know, it's been a while since I've watched those videos back, since I've recorded one of those videos. I have no idea what that noise was. But yeah, so we're coming to our conclusion on Mikasa. I don't know what to say for the next drawing. We may not draw her in the next drawing. We may draw somebody else. Let's think. Should we draw Zanuzo? Ha 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 ha. We may have to draw another cat character, because the other style is mainly just for cats. Can't draw dogs yet. And bam, there's Mikasa all done, and you guys know a little bit more about her, so let's move on. Our next candidate is this girl. She is one of those soon-to-be important background characters that we saw in the episode. Whenever the ninjas were looking for the children, they saw this girl out. She was chilling out with one of the Great Danes, one of my LPS Great Danes, and they were asking if they had seen any kids run by. She answered, I think she answered, or the Great Dane answered, and she is going to be important soon. So yeah, with the power of editing, I will skip to when the sketch is done. There's her sketch. Here she is saying, it's hard to make up the scene, I speak the truth. Because, you know, I mean, she was encountered by the I.N.S.A.N.E crew. It's hard to make that up. It's spooky. Without further ado, let's line this baby. We have decided on the name Kiki for this character in the series. Her name will be Kiki. Her job will be a store clerk. Likes to write about her experiences. Let's give her a little personality. So Kiki, she is not shy. She's not like Maxine. She is not afraid to tell you how it is. She's just not afraid. The only thing she is afraid of, is of course the I.N.S.A.N.E crew, because she's heard of their doings, and you know, just insanity in general, but she still lives there. Wait, I don't think that was Insanity she was in. Let me think. Okay, so I realized that, yes, she is in Ninjago, not Insanity. That was when the I.N.S.A.N.E crew had finally made it back to Ninjago. No way, that was Insanity. Yeah. So here's what we have of her so far. She has a little tear in her eye, because, it was spoopy, okay? I'm gonna do most of this coloring off camera, because we're running out of time. Do you ride like you're running out of time, are you running out of time? I didn't realize, I really didn't realize how incredibly well this color matches her. Like, I mean, look at that. As you can tell, this was going to be her fur color originally, and this was just meant to be her stripes. But then I realized how incredibly well this color matched her stripes and her base fur color, and I stuck with it. And Kiki is done. That is all for this episode, where we have done 2 drawings with Mikasa and Kiki. I'll see you whenever I record again. And that's all for now, unicorns and bronies. Goodbye!